And
Yeah, it's good.
okay. Okay, items for the roll call vote. Kim, would you call the roll?
Way. Alderman Pat Luke.
Here. Here.
Here.
Here,
Present.
Okay. Consent agenda. Motion to approve the consent agenda?
Second.
Hey, Ryan, all in favor?
Aye.
aye.
Consent agenda approved. Public comments, Kim?
I'm having a hard time hearing him, Kim.
ways, it might make residents easy access to the commercial pieces. The purposes also giving them right to make national expansion to face. So my question is, what is the main payment on the just into if that may happen. Like anybody, that's next. The license. It's a areas. As the brand. Let's say exactly that we. Because obviously, the website is examining this traffic. Subdivision, but that's been the plan. No matter how many times we mentioned that is the case. And I'm also from why the thought of it. And it has to do with this thing. So that's the also team. He's got all the points, so he always wants. He is always wants. He's got to do it. This looks like for some reason decided just, so, you're asking to consider. Lights rated, lights, lights, people, they don't have lights, they're responding in compliance. I don't even guys. That's not a wrong start. Get here.
Kim, shouldn't they get 9 minutes? I said they have 3 speakers. Should they get 9 minutes? Okay. Either way, if you guys are done, that's all good. Thanks, guys.
Okay, just for clarification on public comments, each speaker has 3 minutes, and typically each speaker will fill out a sheet, but no. Okay. Yep. Okay. All right. And that's
Thanks, John.
9 minutes. So. Okay. Uh, entertain a motion to open a public hearing. Open a public hearing. Move. Second. Okay. The public hearing is open for the UP and plan request for the Prairie Ridge Animal. Speak on it.
And please turn the mic on if it's not on already.
Need to speak into it for it to work. Yeah.
Good. Hear me?
Can you hold it maybe?
All right. Good evening. My name is Will Scheit. I'm with Ingenuity. I'm
Need to get
representing.
it closer to you.
I'm representing.
There you go.
There we go. Prairie Ridge Animal Hospital. We're requesting approval of the conditional use permit and site plan. This is the third amendment PD area plan for the Prairie Encore. The animal hospital is located on lot 6, the southwest corner of the Prairie Encore, 1.6 acre lot, 8,200 square foot vet clinic. We have provided 28 dedicated parking spaces. There's 38 shared parking spaces between the clinic and the apartments. Access is provided off of Fisey Road, off the existing drive connecting to Fisey Road. There's a future cross access provided for lot 5 located to the east. And we have provided a landscape plan and photometric plans that meet city requirements. I can answer any questions on the site plan. I also have Colin with Bauman Architects here for any questions on the building.
Yeah, hi, I'm Colin with Bauman Architects. Kind of speak a little bit about the architecture of the building. I think we worked with the owner to design a nice looking building for the community and for the clients, and it'll fit perfectly into the Encore with all the other buildings around the surrounding site. So I think it will fit perfectly, and I'll have our owner, Ryan, speak a little bit more about the operations of the business and answer any questions you guys have on any of that.
Okay. Ryan?
I'm Ryan McCann. I'm the owner. Look, I understand that there's a sales tax issue that you guys are all concerned about. We do generate sales tax, believe it or not. The state of Missouri every year tries to make us, they vote on whether or not veterinary medicine is going to be sales taxable. It's coming. It'll happen someday. 10 to 15% of my revenue is sales taxable, right? This clinic's going to employ 35 to 40 employees making $25 to $150 an hour. Will generate $8 to $10 million a year, right? So it's going to be the nicest building in that complex. It's going to be one of the nicest buildings in Dardine Prairie, and I'm spending a lot of money to come to your community. I want to be here. My business just isn't the community of Dardine Prairie. I've got clients from Illinois, Iowa, Kansas City, Branson. I do a lot of orthopedic surgeries. People come from all over to see me. They're going to spend money in this town. So I want to be here. Got my life savings going into this project. My family. Ask questions.
Do you have any questions?
So you had a kennel in the back. How is that kennel gonna work to the back of the I just wanna make sure I had that right. Is that
So that's just a daytime holding facility for pets that are there doing for surgery. It's not an actual kennel where I'm going to be boarding
and they'll be boarding inside or outside?
inside. There's a small area fenced in for potty breaks.
So there's not going to be any boarding, long-term, overnight, week boarding
No,
of
sir.
pets.
No,
Right,
sir.
It's just all
This is a surgery
surgery.
medical facility.
Yes.
How much in tax revenue do you think you would be bringing in a year?
When we completely ramp up, 10 to 15% of $8 to $10 million, whatever your county rate is. And I'm going to tell you, you got restaurants in there, they come and go. I'm not going anywhere. I'll be there for a long time.
You said you're investing a lot in your building, and it's a very nice building that you're investing. How much are you investing in that building? The value of that building?
$5 to $6 million.
Just curious, because we always want to know this. What attracted you to Darden Prairie? What brought you to our community?
I think the need, right? You don't even have a veterinary clinic here, right? The growing community. Seems like a good place.
You all know how many veterinarians are around this area, in a mile radius?
I'm not, I don't know. Couldn't tell you. Couple. Okay.
Yours is gonna be better than everyone else's?
Absolutely. Did you see the drawings? Did you see the drawings? Thank you. We're proud. We're very proud of that building.
No, I agree.
And if
I
you-
had a dog myself, but my wife and I chose to take our dog. We lived here back to Jeff City to our veterinarian. We didn't change. Even when we boarded, we went back to Jeff.
Yeah.
So that's what we do.
Everybody has that option.
I have heard that there is a desire to see this read twice tonight.
Please.
Can you talk to us about the urgency?
Well, I've been put off once already over a technicality. Part of this land purchase is a 1031, and I'm under a deadline. So if I don't get this land purchased and I need to know, or I have to walk away. I've got way too much money to walk away. Invested.
I thought the sale already happened.
It was,
Well, that's the scuttlebutt. And I'm opposed to changing the rules because we had two people ask last time, the Indian restaurant owner, the owner of the Indian restaurant and the other vet, they wanted special circumstances and we did not change it. So I want to say that
The only thing I have to say about that is the technicality was not his technicality. He provided all the information and everything. It was on our part that we had to postpone it. He brought everything forward to us. It wasn't his fault that we had to postpone it.
Okay.
Yeah,
moving on.
I would agree with that. It's really hard for me to add anything to this conversation, but I do agree that, in this circumstance, I think it does differ from the prior two circumstances, as this is a technicality that was, the city had a part in, and I do understand that this is something that, with the city's policies are there, well, the board does have flexibility where the city doesn't. So I think that there should be some consideration given for that.
Any other comments? Okay, I got a motion to close the public hearing on the, oh, okay, open it up to the public. Kim, are there any public speakers? No? Okay. Entertain a motion to close the public hearing for the, CUP area plan request for the Prairie Ridge Animal Hospital.
So moved.
So moved by Mike,
Second.
second by Mark, all in favor? Any opposed? Hearing none, the, public hearing is closed. Thank you. Okay, the next item of business is a public hearing for a CUP site plan request for completed boutique. Okay, got a motion to open our public hearing?
So moved. Second.
Second, Mike? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none. Public hearing is open for the completed boutique.
Good evening. My name is Carl Shanicki with Civil and Environmental Consultants, CEC. I'm here tonight for Pleated Boutique. I also have with me Lisa and Angela, the co-owners of the development, and Colin, the architect. The current zoning on that property is C3 retail commercial, and our proposal is to keep the C3 zoning but add a CUP for the warehouse that is proposed. The building setbacks are standard setbacks. We're not requesting anything to be changed on that. The parking requirements, there's 29 spaces required per code, and we're proposing 31 spaces with a loading and trash enclosure on the back side of the building. Stormwater generally drains to the east. There'll be a bioretention pond for the water quality and detention in that area, and then tie into the existing city storm sewers. The landscaping and lighting plans have been submitted and they meet code. The building itself is a metal building, but it's brick around the base. And the majority of the sales here are for a warehouse. There's one truck that comes in that drops off merchandise, one truck a day, and they separate that out. And then through internet sales, and there's a mobile app they have, and then also using Facebook and Instagram. They sell a majority of their merchandise that way, and so it's shipped out through through the Postal Service. Everything that's sold there is women's clothing, accessories, and shoes. There is also a retail aspect to this building. There's 8,000 square foot warehouse and then a 3,000 square foot retail area so that people can come and shop there. And also, if you order online and you don't want to pay the fee to have it delivered, you can go and pick it up there. The idea is that people that are in the area shopping at Target and Penny's and all that would also be able to come to this business just across the street. And the people that have ordered online and are coming to pick it up there, while they're there, they can go across the street to Target and Penny's and do additional shopping. There was some concern spoke at the last meeting about sales tax. The majority of their sales are through the internet, but if you buy and sell through the internet in Missouri, there is a sales tax collected by the state, but a portion of that tax is sent to the city where their operation is. Right now, their operation is in Chesterfield, so it's like a 9.2% sales tax that's charged. 7% of that is for the state, and then the other 2.2 is Chesterfield. By moving out to Garden Prairie, that would lower that tax liability, but Garden Prairie would still get a portion of sales tax for all sales that were bought and purchased in Missouri. They're shipped out of state. There's other rules that apply, and every state is different. And so that I can't really speak to the other states. I've got Colin here. to discuss the building itself.
Hello again. I'm with Ballman Architects, and I won't speak too much on the building, but like mentioned, it is a metal building with, but there's a lot of architectural features with brick that is painted and canopies, large windows, cornices, and exterior light fixtures that will cover the building, and it'll be the nicest building in that little area right there. So, if there's any questions on the building, I'm happy to answer them.
I have a comment because I was at the P and Z and can't really tell by the pictures, but there is stone features on there.
Yes, yes. There's a brick wainscot that runs the whole facade of the building that's 3 feet tall where the windows sit on top of. And then at the main entrance and along the main road that is seen, there's this tall element that is full masonry that is painted.
You've been in business now for 5 years?
Hello, I'm Lisa Rose, one of the owners of Plata Boutique. We've been in business for 7 years.
7 years, yeah. My daughter was affiliated with
Yes,
you.
Kayla.
Yes.
Yes.
For a while. And what brings you to Garden Prairie?
Garden Prairie. So we're looking for land and looked in Weldon Spring, we looked in Garden Prairie. We love the community. Angela's children go to ICD and she's here quite a bit. We love that we have exposure to the 40 corridor. Our customers are living in the community and it's close by to where our customers are. Yeah, we're really
So
excited.
Is this your first ownership of
It
a
is.
building?
Yes.
Okay.
So we have leased warehouse space in Chesterfield. We've also leased retail space at Street of St. Charles. And our goal is to bring everything into one headquarters in Garden Prairie.
So you'll be shutting down in the streets of St. Charles then?
Yes. So we've had a 5-year lease there. So we've been there for 4 years. We're actually closed as the retail space, but we're still paying the lease through April. We've just seen a decline in foot traffic at that location. And so in Chesterfield, we've opened up our showroom to kind of test the concept of retail at the warehouse space. It's been very successful. We have try-on sessions. Women are coming in, trying clothes on. They're coming to pick up their online orders, and they're selling. They're buying more, and so we're having more retail sales. And so we think with this new space and a showroom and a really exciting space, a attractive location in Garden Prairie, we're going to see more of that. We're excited about it, especially having 40 frontage too. So part of the building, as you see, we have like this, the space here. As you drive down 40, you'll see it. And so you're like, what is that? And then you may Google and come in and shop with us. And then as you come there, you may have lunch, at Times Square, go shopping at Target, get a drink at Starbucks. So, that's our goal. So right now we're open Monday through Friday in Chesterfield. And so, our first employee comes in about 7:45 and we're closing about 4:00. We have the showroom and local pickup open 10 to 2, but we plan to expand those hours, likely like 9 to 4, and then maybe on weekends as well. Based on demand and what makes sense for the business.
And P and Z recommended it.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes, I have a concern if you're wanting to expand and open up more retail or have this be retail,
Mhm.
your hours are pretty prohibitive. I would think, all of our other retail are open 7 days a week and certainly open past 4.
Mhm.
And I understand you're a small workforce, but I really think, you need to give some real consideration to being a normal retail hours. You at the Sundays or a Monday or whatever it would be, but I think you're going to find if you want people there, you're going to have to be open. Otherwise, people are going to come by and, oh, well, they're not open. And the word's going to get out that you're not, I've been by there and they're not there. So
Right.
I would push you to really extend those hours, and be a normal retail establishment if that's what you're trying to tell us that you're going to try, going to be.
Yes. And we certainly will. I think we're going to start with what we've, done so far, and then we'll expand from there. As you know, it's additional cost to have the labor. So we have to have
Right.
the sales to support it. So we will, and that's the goal, um, to kind of roll it out over time. Okay. Yeah, we would.
Time of day.
Okay. Yeah, we would love to see that.
Questions? Any public, comments? Okay, I entertain a motion to close the public, I got a motion by, Mike to close the public hearing. Second? Second by Mark, all in favor?
Aye.
Any
Aye.
opposed? Hearing none, the public hearing is closed. Hey, moving on. Up, buddy. Hold on. I need a motion to read Bill 2457 by title only for the first time.
So moved.
Moved.
Motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Hear none? Ed, you're up. Right, excellent. Counted those zeros and you were all correct. So this is the ordinance for the boutique, native boutique. Uh, any discussion? Okay. Okay, hearing none, I entertain a motion to read bill, or do we want to postpone this
Motion to
one?
postpone.
Normal business? Okay, so our normal business is that we read it once at one meeting and then the next meeting we'll read it a second time for approval. Okay? So we read it once. Next meeting, December the 4th, I believe, is when it will be read a second time. Okay? All right.
Read Bill 24 by title only.
Got a motion to read Bill 2458 by title only?
Second.
By Carla. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Hear none. Brad.
An ordinance of the city of Darden Prairie, Missouri, approving a site plan for certain property located between Technology Drive and Lolly Drive off Mers Farm Lane in the city and bearing parcel ID number 4-003/0000-00000000.
All right. Any discussion or debate? Hear none? We will postpone the second reading until the next meeting. Okay? All right.
Move to
Right.
adopt resolution 4.
Read it first or not? Want to read it? Motion to adopt it? Second? Second by Mark. Okay. Just so we know what it is the resolution of the Board of Aldermen of the City of Darden Prairie, Missouri regarding reappointment of the Board of Adjustment. We have several people that have their time has expired. We're reappointing. Okay. So All in favor?
Hey, I have a quick question.
Yeah, I have questions too.
There's two resolutions. Are these different wards or how is that spread out? Do we have a good mix of the different wards for the Board of?
Good. I mean, Kim knows that, where is, Corey? Corey's in one? In three? And I think, Matt is in three also. They just reached out. I didn't ask them what ward they were in.
Mayor, these two are
Oh,
reappointments.
here's a new appointment.
These are reappointments of Ken Johnson and Gary Duffendahl is what's on the agenda tonight. At the next meeting, we will have two more.
Okay, each one is for, okay, got it.
We don't question
Right.
Kim. She knows.
Okay,
That's a 5-year term.
And are these guys primaries or alternates? Isn't there a primary and alternate for this? And the ones next week, are they gonna be alternates? Thank you.
okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
Aye.
Okay, hearing none, resolution 84 is adopted. Okay, motion to adopt resolution 385,
So moved.
so moved by Mike. Second by Carla. Hey, this is another resolution of the Board of Aldermen, Garden Prairie, regarding the reappointment of adjustment. Right? Commissioner debate? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
Aye.
Okay, hearing none. Resolution 385 is adopted. Old business. Okay, Bill 2447. Read for a second time.
So moved.
We have not had a first.
Read Bill 2447 for the first time by title only.
Second.
Okay. Right, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Hearing none. Brad, would you read Bill 2447? We've had only for the first time.
An ordinance of the city of Dardenne Prairie, Missouri, approving a third amended PUD area plan for a development commonly known as the Prairie Encore.
Mr. Mayor, given the delay that was caused by the misfiling within the city and that mistake, I would move to read this a second time by title only.
Second reading by,
Second.
okay. All in favor? Any opposed? Okay, hearing none, we're gonna read, Bill 2447 for a second time. Red,
An ordinance of the city of Dardenne Prairie, Missouri, approving a third amended PUD area plan for a development commonly known as the Prairie Encore.
discussion or debate?
Roll call vote.
You got a motion for a roll call vote?
Second.
And a second by Keith. Kim, would you call the roll?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay.
I declare Bill 2447 is ordinance 2, 2, 3, oh, 2, 2, 3.
Would you read Bill
Hold
2448?
on, hold on. I'm gonna make a motion or entertain a motion to postpone Bill 2448 indefinitely because it's unnecessary because of what we just approved on the area plan.
Alderman,
Let's
just
vote on
by
it.
way of explanation, because this property is within a C3 PUD, approval of a use within the C3 by the area plan approves the use. There's no necessity to go through a secondary conditional use permit process.
Sounds good. I move to postpone indefinitely Bill 2448.
At a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, hearing none. Bill 2448 is postponed indefinitely. Okay. Staff communication, city attorney. The engineer. Okay, is now the time? Are you guys okay to actually tell him what you'd like as far as grants go? Yeah, okay, go ahead. Guys, you got it. You got the floor.
I concur.
And I know we have to work with other municipalities. Is that correct with O'Fallon?
Necessarily on that. Their subdivision is O'Fallon, okay? So their street and their apron is probably it, okay? But
Just one minute.
Now, is there an intent to work with O'Fallon on this again, or are we going alone? Okay.
Yeah, I mean, nothing else, I think that we can do our portion of it, we're gonna end up with a dump, on their portion if they don't pick it up from there. So I think we do our part, almost forcing our hand.
Either that or it shows Darden Prairie superiority in the area.
We may be
No.
small, but we're mighty.
There you go.
that's what we've been using. That's our motto.
And so for the reporter in the audience, please don't quote me on that.
You can quote me. Oh,
Okay.
now on Bates Road we'd be looking at putting in wider, type sidewalks or anything to accommodate. Now, asking for multiple grants and all that, do they look at that? Does that then turn around and say, no, we want to do this one over that one, or? Right, I know that, but I mean, and I know Lindsay thinks our city's the best, so she'll work hard on it for us.
Hey. Oh, the whole room.
Especially since we're not.
Uh, Alderman?
Yeah, I'd just like to address people from O'Fallon that came out tonight. You know, as you see, we're going forward with the TAP grant for all our schools, not just that school there. I'm a little disappointed in O'Fallon, not that I've spoke to anybody directly, but you are the residents of O'Fallon, but they basically don't want to do anything for you. And yeah, and that's what I keep hearing. It's your road, you know, but it's your residence. So it's really disappointing, and I'm still gonna be carrying on that conversation with them. So I mean, I would definitely talk to your alderman over there about that. So yeah, and you know, and I'm not ignoring you. It's just trying to get somewhere, and I know how frustrated you are, and you know, they're just not one to talk to me about it. So
Oh, it's O'Fallon. It's,
oh,
it's,
it's ours, isn't it? Yeah,
It's
it is Dardine Prairie because we have gym quarters and all that is Dardine Prairie. Yeah, yeah. So, and yeah, I mean it's tough and
hey, Carla, you're up.
Yeah, I just wanted to say that um, sometimes decisions are difficult to make, but you have to look at a bigger picture. And I'm looking at the bigger picture. So my agreement tonight on the vet center is because I'm looking at that lot that's left. I expect a lot out of that lot. So what I'm seeing floating around in the media and on a 8.5 by 11 sheet is not the big picture. So I'm just giving city a heads up that the residents a heads up that I expect a lot more from the next lot. And I expect something to be done to be brought in a better business than what I'm the business I'm seeing can go somewhere else, but not near those folks. So, you all know what I'm talking about. So, base my decision tonight on the fact that I expect this vet to be a longstanding business. And, but I do expect more, and I will demand more the next one.
No, but thank you, Mayor, for everything you're doing. I'm glad to see you back in commission. Just say thank you.
Text should be quicker.
And when Keith is not here, I get the pleasure of thanking everybody. So even though he's on the phone, I don't expect him to butt in.
Thanks, man.
So I want to say a big thank you to everybody that came out here and addressed us tonight. Everybody who was in attendance and took an interest in what the city does. You are the reason that we are here. You are the ones that we serve, and without you, there would be no use for people sitting up here with us. So thank you for coming out and making your voices heard and helping us to serve the community better and us to make better decisions that represent you well. Also, thank you for the law enforcement that is in the back that came to keep us safe tonight. You guys are here every single week and make us feel very, very safe in our community, both in this building and outside of it. So thank you very much for your service.
Okay, well, need a motion to close.
So moved.
Second. All in favor? Workshop is closed. Yeah.
Hi, Keith.
What?